Started. The first thing I did was empty out my clothes closet with just my clothes. As you can see, my husband and I share this really tiny closet together. I'll be gathering and collecting all of my shoes a little bit later. And then I also emptied out all of my drawers. Now I'm down in my basement and I completely forgot about this. This is a wardrobe that my mother-in-law bought me. And I stored some extra clothes that I didn't have room for in my tiny closet down here, so gotta add these to the pile. So I'm kind of nervous because I've only filled up 2 bags of my clothes and I'm already exhausted. So how am I going to do the whole house? We will see. It's day 2. I'm finishing up my clothes today. Here's what my folding looks like so far. I have to say, folding the Marie Kondo way is actually kind of fun. It makes me almost look forward to doing laundry so I can keep practicing. Just a quick reflection so far. I'm really enjoying being able to clear out my space. I'm a little worried because I actually don't have a lot of clothes left at all. But it was really interesting this morning. I had to figure out something to put on really quickly, something really nice for memorial service. And what do you know? I was able to put an outfit together within 3 seconds because I wasn't shifting through all of the clothes that I have but hate and don't normally wear. I absolutely don't regret this decision, and I'm looking forward to going shopping to replace some of my wardrobe. All right, day 3. Oh boy, I tell you what. I'm in my girl's bedroom right now. So far, I've gotten all of my clothes and all of my shoes are done, which is awesome. All of my girls' clothes and all of their shoes. We got rid of the things that we wanted to get rid of, which is great. And so now I'm in the process of folding and organizing all of their stuff, which seems... As I'm trying to fold and organize and put away their clothes, I keep running into things that fall in the miscellaneous category or the books or papers category that they're just driving me nuts. Their presence and how organized and displaced it is driving me up the wall. And I catch myself all of a sudden like trying to start throwing things out in other categories and becoming distracted from what I'm supposed to be doing, which is putting away their clothes. So it just kind of has my head spinning a little bit, and it's starting to feel very daunting and impossible to get everything done this weekend that I want to get done. So I'm feeling a little bit discouraged right now. I'm feeling pretty like mentally exhausted and physically tired. But when I look in my room, in my closet, in my drawer, or I'm looking at their clothes and I'm seeing how things are coming together, it gives me just that little bit of kick that I need to just, find the motivation to keep going. So that's where I'm at. Day 3. Welcome to day 4. It's Columbus Day, and I specifically took off of work today since my girls are off of school. And this is part of the reason that I thought that this weekend would be the weekend that I declutter my house the KonMari way, or as I like to call it, the apocalypse. I kept telling my girls, the apocalypse is coming, guys, the apocalypse. I didn't intend to spend the first 3 days of doing this on clothes, but between just myself and my 3 girls, it took us 3 days. It's finally all done. The only thing that's left is a load of laundry in the dryer of my girls' clothes that I have to take out and fold and put away, and I honestly don't know where I'm going to put it because their drawers and their storage spaces for their clothes are already stuffed. So we might have to do another pass of things that don't bring us joy. I'm moving on to the miscellaneous category. So these are all of the items that were in this little cubby space right over here, not even in the bottom cubby parts. Actually, what was in the bottom little drawers there were toys of my girls that we got rid of last night. I forgot to say that. That we got rid of all of the toys. We purged toys, which was great. So the things that were on the top in these three cubbies are right here. And these are also some things that were sitting in my kitchen. Let's go into my kitchen so you can see what I'm going to be doing in my kitchen today. So this is the cabinet underneath my kitchen sink. Look at that. I mean, we don't have a lot of stuff in there, but it's very ugly and unorganized, and I hate it. Next is the junk drawer. Look at this. Hideous. Hideous. Can't wait to get to this. Okay, here's my pantry. Random candles up in the top of my pantry next to the noodles. So all of this stuff we're gonna go through. Gonna get rid of some stuff, gonna organize some stuff. And the coat closet. All right, here's the finished product for the junk drawer. I'm not thrilled. It doesn't necessarily spark joy, but I can't really figure out how to organize this in the way that would make me feel a little bit better about it right now. So for now, what sparks joy for me is the fact that all of the crap is gone, and it looks a little bit better than it did before. Okay, it's been a few weeks since I started the journey, and I'm not through yet. There are a few loose ends that I really want to tie up, and that's mainly in the kitchen. The other thing that I didn't do, and this is not KonMari, this is not the KonMari way, was I completely skipped over the books category. Oh, and then it didn't occur to me that I actually wasn't even close to being finished with my whole house until I went down in my basement and I looked at all the crap that is down in my basement. I feel probably more frustrated now than I did before I even started this process. And that's only because when I look at the areas that are done, I feel like this overwhelming sensation of joy and happiness. But because I cannot feel that and see that same progress in the areas that I still have left to finish, it makes me feel depressed. When I started with my clothes only and I put everything together in a pile on the floor, I was going through each article of clothing, passing it through my hands, just like KonMari said. And by the time I got to the pile of clothes that only sparked joy, I literally had 3 shirts and 2 pairs of pants left. And this is because, like, I'm not really emotionally attached to stuff, to items. Relationships bring me joy. Connecting with like-minded people, that like sparks joy, that brings me life, that makes me happy. So I gotta send a big shout out to Chris over at Project Life Coach, because I watched his second KonMari video and I made a comment about how I was struggling with this. And his response was so brilliant. It really helped me connect and personalize the KonMari method for me. Like, he brought up the question, you're doing this Operation Fix My Life series. Well, why do you want to fix your life? Like, what is that about? So in my first organization video, when I mentioned my goals, keep my house clean consistently, regularly, get rid of all clutter, organize storage spaces. I want to be able to walk into my home out of a world that's so crazy and unpredictable and chaotic. I want to walk into my home and I want to feel a sense of things just being in its proper place. So Chris told me you have to personalize it. Like KonMari uses the emotion of joy when talking about what to keep and what to discard. But if joy is not your thing, if material items don't bring about joy, then what do they bring about? For me, having the power to choose the items that I want to keep in my home and the items I don't, that sparks joy in me. I'm sorry if this is not coming out of my mouth the way that I'm thinking it in my head, but all I know is this mindset shift for me, it really helped the process moving forward. So very quickly, I'll just share a couple magical moments that happened as a result of me actually starting and going through this method. My oldest, she's pretty type A. She's very organized. She likes to have control over things and she's very self-driven, self-motivated. She's a great kid. But when I started getting rid of stuff and organizing and tidying things, I was speaking her language and she actually became really enthusiastic about jumping in and helping me. So I showed you a picture of the junk drawer after I got rid of a bunch of crap and organized and put everything back. So I told her, hey, I am giving you autonomy over this drawer. You organize everything in this space the way you want it to, and whatever you say goes. And take a look at her work. I'm pretty cool, right? I mean, this is just the kind of girl she is. She just has like that organization itch inside of her. And then finally, the last magical thing that happened to me, my husband and I, we were sitting and watching a show, something like after the kids had gone to bed. He pauses the show we're watching and he was like, I just have to tell you, I've noticed everything that you've been doing around the house lately, like trying to keep it clean, trying to keep it organized, getting rid of clutter. And I have to tell you that that's not going unnoticed. And I really love you and appreciate you for it. I was like, Lene, keep it together. Don't break down right now. So I thought that was super sweet. And I was like, wow, KonMari, that magic you were talking about, it's there. It exists. So you guys keep me in your thoughts and your prayers as I figure out this basement and figure out these other areas of the house. If I get everything figured out, maybe I'll do an updated video. And if you have any tips, anything you want to share, any of your experiences, any questions, anything at all, I would love to connect with you. All right, I'll see you next time.